What's up? You can see the table now. Huh. Okay. So, universe, Lord, spirit team, Ghost Steve Irwin, who else? Christ. Bless this work. So, what do we need to know today? Ooh. You know, I was hoping with the table being shown, it could kind of validate. Ooh. 12. But I'm, rolling so it doesn't look like I'm just pulling out a die and saying it's something. And we got, let's show it, 3. 12-3. 12-3, universalize in order to dream. It's also the energy of the Knight of Cups. 3 is the first of the Western cycle of archetypes. Archetype 3 is the bat. It's also a cloud. Sometimes it's a jaguar, depending on what you're reading. But jaguar is more 14. Always remember that. 3, the archetype of intuition. Hold on. Intuition. I intuited that was bothering someone. And me. Abundance and dreams. It's also the I don't know what that was. It was an ice maker. It's also the Empress in the tarot. So essentially think of a Knight of Cups. That's the Empress, basically. The Knight of Empresses. That's probably the best way to say it. 12, the tone of universalization, cooperation, and dedication. A lot of Asians. Good thing we're patient. Whoop, excuse me. That happens when you're drinking beer. You're welcome. You're learning stuff. When 12-3 shows up in your life, you're going to have a massive kind of opportunity. It's less of a thing for you to pull the trigger on and more of something that someone goes, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? It's kind of like a blessing that infiltrates your life in a unexpected way. And you don't really see it till it's all there. That's where the abundance comes in. Things will start moving in as they open up. A good energy to associate 12-3 specifically with is actually Alakazam, the Pokemon. I know that sounds a little weird, but if you do some energy exploration work. I highly recommend going through every single Zolkin tone and archetype combination, sitting with yourself, looking at what those tones and archetypes present in your mind as, and see what happens. For me, it's a feller who looks a lot like Alakazam and does a lot of the same things Alakazam does. When I look at things like that, I see some interesting characters, but something might happen involving everything I just said. So I'm coming forward. A gift that would typically be an opportunity, but in this situation, it's more of a, you intuitively know. Like, before you even know, it's just, you're feeling it. And it's a culmination of all these things the universe has been bringing forth and giving you, and trying to show you that you just ain't there for. Like, no offense. Sometimes, we miss the forest for the trees. We don't entirely see what's in front of us until it's there. But this time, when it shows up, you're going to see everything in plain view. It's a wonderful energy to have placed upon you. And part of it, it's going to feel a little psychic. It's going to feel a little weird. Every time. You need to know that that's coming to you. Also, no paper measure. But I do like Voodoo Ranger. And maybe you might wind up feeling something about it before it even gets to your door. In a very good way. I'm going to go ahead and roll one more time till it feels like somebody's not really trusting the fact that you just need one roll. Because God don't play dice. But he will hit the blackjack tables every now and then. When he does hit dice, it's exactly the numbers he needs. So, we're going to give whoever needs that message to just trust in what you have and what you get. Clarify. 11-8. So, this is clarifying what I just said about 12-3, and clarifying things for whoever's a little skeptical. I don't like my cat getting up on this table, so. Oh, Snow White, come here. Let me hold you while I illuminate things to people. Don't play with that. That's a power tool. Come on. Yes, good girl. That's good enough. She ain't on the table. 11-8 is to liberate in order to beautify. Yeah, I'm going to know every one of them, by the way, off the cuff. So, get a book. Hey, don't bite me. Jesus. Okay. You don't need a book. It's incredibly easy to pirate books online. If you want to do that. See library. Go for it. Google things. look up, have a sheet. Nothing wrong with that. When people are needing info, they check appropriate data. Do what you do. But 11.8, tone 11 is the energy of, to me, it's 100% the energy of masculinity, period. It's the foremost spectral energy. Now, what does that mean? Well, there's a difference, very genuinely, between masculine and feminine energies. Not going to go into it too in depth, maybe another video, but this is a reading. Cat. Masculine energy. Masculine energy, like 11, comes from that corner and on down. It bounces from 11 to 6 to 3, unifies in the middle as 1, 4, 5, 8, 9, 12, and 13. All these different types of energy. What are you hitting, Snow White? Get down. You're going crazy. I have no idea what she's doinking. Either way, masculine energy tends to spiral. Maybe that's why she's saying doink. Think of a spring. Think of a spring, basically. Constantly going forward. 11, it's kind of embodied by a snake, a sort of serpentine energy. It's very flowy, very flowy. And 8 is the archetype of art, beauty. I'm trying not to say suffering, but ultimately, you ever see a star just burn out by itself? It's a lot like a human living his life. 8 is the star. And tarot, yeah, whatever. The star is 17. I don't make the names. It doesn't look like there's a star on card 17 anyway. It looks like there's a naked lady pouring a beverage, so, or picking up stuff. But either way, also Aquarius energy, water bearer, that also corresponds with 11. Continuing, that's more of a synchronous thing. Anyway, 8 is the rabbit in the Mayan system. Typically, I see it as different small mammals sometimes, depending on the tone. But when 11.8 shows up in your life, that's the energy of the Page of Wands. You got something a little bit bigger than you expected coming to your life. I get it. Something that you didn't really see coming. Might be a bit overwhelming, but more than anything, it's awe-inspiring and propels you towards something beautiful that either you make or you find within yourself. But frankly, with 11, it's going to be something that you find a lot of, well, literally liberation with. It's also essentially a tone of freedom. I don't know why you need that as a clarification for what we're talking about. I think I do, but with this coming into your life, the 12-3, coming into our lives, doing what it's going to do. 11-8 helps focus that forward into a less scary thing. And more importantly, most likely what is going to come forward to you through that 12-3 is going to be something that brings you a lot of satisfaction. If not aesthetically, then in here, in that part of your soul that feels like Sisyphus. Albert Camus, a long time ago, wrote The Myth of Sisyphus, and to this day, I don't view it as the greatest philosophical treatise, essay ever written, but it's kind of the only one we need, and he even said it is. And if you know what I'm talking about, good, because I'm not gonna mention it, because sometimes YouTube's a dick. And when we talk about the real problems we're having, we talk about the real response our lives send us in the midst of these horrible tragedies that happen within just minutes of our own thinking. This is here to give you a reason to smile while you push up that boulder. God, I didn't expect whoever was watching this to need that. But sometimes we all do. Purpose. Sometimes that's genuinely not enough. You can start all over from a purpose and still have nothing if you don't take it further. That's called high potential. It just stays impotent if you don't free yourself, though. And luckily, it looks like you're going to free yourself with something beautiful. It's going to be very liberating. So that possibly has to do with how the 12-3 energy is going to present to you, how this blessing is going to come forward, or it may just have to do with right here, right now. Whatever's coming to you, whatever it may be, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's worth it. If it brings you peace and happiness. So understand, there will be fullness and abundance. You just have to let go. And trust in how beautiful you make things. I said my piece. I counted 3. That's all you need. Follow, like, share, subscribe, do whatever. I'd love to keep having y'all around. Till next time. Later, Tater.